Detroit. This is Bird Talk. We finna get in. Finna talk about an issue that everybody need to know about if you out here in these streets or in a relationship, whatever. We think people should know about this issue. I'm going to talk, ask questions. If you feel like you want to text in and ask this stuff, I will ask her and we will go forward on it. I am Bird, the producer of Bird TV, of Bird Talk. And I want to say before we get off to that, still go on and watch The Simp. The Simp is still popping. Get ready for the night watch in a couple of weeks. We will be having that at the premiere. I produced the night watch with my partner Keith Wright. And we just gonna go live and just try to do everything we can. But further ado, I want to introduce my partner that's sitting next to me that she finna talk about some good stuff, man. I think everybody in the world should know what's going with this. And I thank her for coming on my show. I'm still kind of hugged around of that you got in touch with me about this situation. Um, I'm glad you reached out to me. That's all I can say because I think people really need to hear this. And I thank you for coming in.
No problem.
Let people know who you are. I want you to introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is LaDawn Tate. And so the topic for today is pretty much a day with HIV. So I am a person that's living with HIV. And I reached out to Bird because, of course, he's a movie producer, right? He does a lot out here, he's in the business. And, I wanted him to kind of create something based around, HIV. So I told him my story. So that's what we are here to talk about today. Y'all ready?
Yeah, go ahead. So with this HIV, how many people just in America have this?
Millions.
Wow. So
Millions.
in Detroit,
Oh, we have a nice population of individuals that is living with.
uh,
Yes. Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So when did they really get a hand to kind of slow it down from growing?
So the history that I know of, since I've been involved with HIV, and I've been involved with HIV since 2012. That was my diagnosis time. And that's what made me become educated and want to learn a little more. So from the history that I know of, like medicine has been out here since like 1980s. So there's been medicine out here and they've been working on this medicine to, to stop the spread of it because that's what we want to do. We want to stop the spread of it. So they've been working out here. Medicine been out here since the 1980s, I could say, as far as I know. Maybe the 88s, 89, back when some people was out here before me making differences. So this been out here for a long time. It's just it was a thing, a big thing back then when it first came to the horizon. It was a panicky thing. People didn't know what it was. And then it was so much stigma that was created around this virus. And, now as a person like myself that's living with it, here I am trying to break that stigma because I live out loud with my diagnosis. I'm not afraid to say that I'm living with HIV. I should not be ashamed to say I'm living with HIV, especially with the medicine that we have out here. I take my medicine every single day, and it's now to the point to where the medicine has gone so much to the advanced mode to where there's a shot where a person that's living with HIV can just take a shot and know that they don't have to worry about transmitting this virus to the next person. Like, that's how real it is. Me, I take a pill every single day. And I'm undetectable equals untransmittable, which means as long as I take my medication as
You
I
get it
supposed
in.
to,
You be getting
There is no way that I can transmit this virus at all. So that is U equals U terminology. You can actually go to the CDC website, cdc.gov, and look that up. It's called the U equals U terminology. The state of Michigan actually signed on with that in 2018. So y'all better get hip. I can't transmit.
that's good. Wow. Come on in, Dre. Come around this way, Dre.
Yeah, come on in.
No, you know. And like I said, I'm so glad you reached out to me, man. I think like especially this young generation, they they off the chain. They doing so much stuff. I really don't make them no different. A lot of them ain't having sex like they with condoms and stuff like that. So I'm glad you bringing this to the light to just to people that need to hear this. Um, a lot of people need to hear. A lot of people don't even care, but I do because people need to live and be concerned with their life instead of concerned with the streets. The streets will eat you up, far as in not knowing about your history of this. And I'm so glad that you came on to talk about this issue you have. And I'm glad it's very
So let's not say issue. Let's say awareness.
awareness. Okay, okay,
Right,
okay,
because language really do matters in our
okay.
community, and certain things. That's again, that's something that we're trying to break. We're trying to break that stigma, right? So this is not an issue because you know what I'm saying. I don't consider a person that have high blood pressure that's an issue. I consider that as a health condition. That's what I have. I have a chronic health condition,
Mm-hmm.
the same as a person with high blood pressure, the same as a person with diabetes, the same as a person that has to, that deals with certain things, high cholesterol. Those are chronic issues. Those are
Mm-hmm.
chronic health conditions. So it's not an issue. So what we're doing, we're bringing awareness.
Awareness, correct,
Yes.
correct. Um, when I really first heard about this, I was in prison, and I knew a couple of guys that had they died, and I don't think in prison that they was giving them the medicine because it it hit them so hard and they didn't know what to do. But now I know they have the medicine to take care of the men and women that's locked up with this issue. Um, and I'm grateful that they have it now. And like I said, I'm really shook up in my heart that it's going on. And I'm glad that you're putting it out there to these people where they can see real reality still in their mama and crying because you taking your medicine, you can live and you still can have fun. So you can't just be shut in and not have fun, still live.
Exactly.
And I know you living, you just came back off your trip. I was seeing you, over there just showing out, popping and hopping.
Look,
She was doing her
look, New
thing.
Orleans was lit. That was like a family reunion to me. And now in New Orleans, I was at the United States HIV conference the United States conference on HIV and AIDS. And that's a family reunion
Right.
where you get to connect with people that are living with, people that are not living with, that are huge allies in the fight with us. So it's like it's a family reunion. So, you get to connect with people that you may be with a lifetime. You connect with people and be like, hey, I can't wait to see you next year. But it's a vibe, it's a vibe when we click.
Right. Man, I'm like, listen, you a warrior. That's all I'm about to say. You stretching your arms out and you having fun and you telling people the truth about this awareness, and I'm grateful for you, because like when I seen you reach out to me, I was basically like, whoa. And then when I talked to you, it's like, girl, it's me, Boz. I said, okay. And like I said, I'm just grateful to be in your presence. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give a clap on that. I gotta give a
Period.
clap on it. So many people want to hear, you know, to talk about this, and you here, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna push this with you. And I just want you to know that I got your back, and whatever you call me on, I'm gonna be there. I got a team, so you ain't gotta worry about me telling you, no, we can't do it. We coming. All you gotta do is just pop your hand, clap. All it is just the airways. We that Dre, you got something to say? Uh, Woo, man. This talk, I'm listening. I'm listening.
So look, it's another thing that you all need to know about too. So it's like medication out there also where you don't even have to worry about getting this. And it's called PrEP. For real. And that's real. And like it's a big thing because for some reason, now I ain't even gonna lie, it's hard to push PrEP. It is. And it's hard to push PrEP amongst our heterosexual community, our heterosexual community. So for people that may not know, the heterosexual community is a person that is attracted to the opposite sex. Heterosexual community. It's a hard time, trying to get that community on this medication when it's really important out here because if you really want to know the truth, we are HIV possible. And what I mean by that, if you are having sex, you all are at risk of having this virus any way it goes, especially if you're not wrapping it up. And let's be real, a lot of one night stands do happen. So you don't know who it is you may be coming across, what's going on with them, and then sometimes that individual may not even know what's going on with them. So it's like it's up to you to really protect yourself at all costs. And there's stuff out here where you really can protect yourself at all costs. Like for real. And I don't see why people don't want to wrap up anyway. It's too much stuff out here. Like seriously, what is the point of just like hopping? Like seriously, it's too much stuff out here. And people worry about HIV and it's more serious stuff out here that you need to be worried about. I'm just saying, you need to protect yourself at all costs, right?
Most definitely.
For real. And who gonna protect yourself better than you?
All right. I just went and got me, ooh, some protection because I can't. And people be like, you do it, no, I don't. I got to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? I keep me a
You
box.
better.
I keep me a box of condom. I don't care.
And you better make sure they ain't expired. Like that's for real too.
Right.
Like seriously, we gonna talk. Let's talk. You better make sure that box is not expired because condoms do expire.
Right. Right. We was just down on the porch, me and Dre and nephew. We was just talking about these times. I shared some lines with him because I don't know what the future might hold with these different people out here. But I ain't doing the number one person anyway, so I ain't trying to catch nothing. I ain't trying to, you know, be out here just swinging, swinging, swinging. But I really thank you though, serious, because you just opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff, man. We take it for granted, but it's real.
It really is real, and you just have to be careful. And like, I really want our youth to be the ones to really, really understand because, I don't know if the education is out there. Like back then, we was just told, "Don't have sex, say no." You know what I'm saying? But that's not working. You know what I'm saying? So we need to try to find a better approach, and that's all I want to do. I want the youth to be able to be like, "Dang, okay, LaDawn out here, and she telling us like we better protect ourselves at all costs." And I mean like protect yourself at all costs in all aspects. You don't know what nobody is out here doing. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're in this committed relationship and you've been there for years. If you ain't got God first in that relationship, I'm going to tell you honestly, if you ain't got God first in that relationship, you need to protect yourself at all costs.
I'm letting you talk. I'm really just taking this stuff in because
We need awareness.
we need awareness. And I want you to just keep rapping about it because this your show today.
Oh, well, shit.
This your show.
Look, y'all, ask anything y'all want to know. Look, I see people in the comments talking and going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back and start going to my people in the comments because this my people right here.
I want you to chop it up with them.
So someone said, absolutely. The real issue is affordability of a life-sustaining medication. The average yearly cost of medication is 30K. That is so true. Like, and they try to look. Come on, let me keep reading it. Which a majority living salary don't cover without assistance of grant or medical supplement. How are organizations making a difference to close the gap? You know, that's a real good point because look, and that goes back to let me be for real with y'all now because we got this election coming up. And y'all need to pay attention. Y'all need to know what you are out here voting for. Educate yourself on what you are out here voting for. Make sure you are voting for the person that is right. Because I'm telling y'all, they trying to do some damage to us. And we don't need to be going backwards. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. My medication does cost $2,500 a month. Do I look? Okay, no, I'm not gonna say that because I do look like it. I ain't gonna say that. But I'm just saying, for real, some of us ain't got that. I'm a us. I ain't gonna say I don't look like, but I'm gonna say I'm a us. We ain't got that. So make sure when y'all out here voting, please make sure you know, research, and get out here and vote.
Who you voting for?
I ain't telling you that. I ain't telling you that because I'm still doing my research. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you this. I'm not going backwards. And one of those candidates want to take me back.
So let me ask you something. Do you think out of one of them is on equal for your medicine?
Already have been making a difference for people in their medications. Already have. But see, if you're not a person that's not dealing with that type of stuff, you wouldn't know the backdoor things that's happening on the back end. Because, yes, she is out there fighting and she did lower the costs for some of our medications. No shade, she did. But again, if you're not a person that's out there dealing with some of these health concerns, then you won't know what's really happening on the backdoor end. So listen to somebody that's actually going through something because they trying to tell you something. They asking you to help them out. If you say you an ally, be an ally. Be a for real ally and hear us. Next question.
The next and that make me not even want to see.
No, but
Seriously.
that's the thing. See, you can't live like
No,
that.
I'm just saying.
You
I'm
got to
just
be able to protect yourself.
no,
Cause
I'm just saying it's just like just for us to be talking about it, like it's dangerous because what if the condom break?
She said they know that medicine right too. Good.
Yeah, but what if, I'm just saying.
so look, if that condom break, now they do have medication. So look, I call like this HIV medication, like I call it like stages of birth control, right? So you know how birth control got that 24-hour after pill. So they actually have a pep pill that is like the 24-hour after pill. So if your condom break in the midst of you having sex, yeah, I mean, of course you're going to be conscious and everything, but make sure you go to that provider the next day and say, look, I don't know. I think I could have exposed myself to something. Can I get that 24-hour after pill so I ain't got to worry about HIV? And I'm saying it in this language because people may not know how to say, can I go to the doctor to go get that pep pill? So I'm saying it, can I get that 24-hour pill so that way I will not be exposed to HIV? And that's all you got to do. Now, if you want to protect yourself on a long run, then that's where that prep come in at. And you just prep is pretty much the birth control. You take it every single day. But you know how you protect yourself also? Go to the doctor.
Yeah, I stand with my doctor.
Go to your doctor and make sure you talk to your doctor, because I'm not going to even hold y'all up. My doctor failed me. But I'm not mad at her all the way, because I was also ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So back then, right, you have to sign a piece of paper to say, yeah, you want an HIV test. So when I call myself going to the doctor and like, hey, new partner alert, new partner alert, can I get that exam? My doctor didn't think to say, hey, LaDawn, would you also like to get an HIV test? Would you also like to get a syphilis test? Like, these tests that are not included, right? So you got to make sure that you're educated about this stuff. But now, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to opt out. And I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because if you want to stop it, this is the way. Instead of making people sign a piece of paper saying, can I get that test? Now you have to sign a piece of paper saying, I don't want that test. So now, no matter what, you're going to get tested. And that's the perfect way, because if you want to stop this, everybody may not be educated about that signing a piece of paper. And at that point, I was not educated about signing that piece of paper. So when the doctor was like, hey, you negative, y'all know what happened next. Y'all know what happened next. Y'all know what I went home and did. It wasn't until a year later I went in for a pap exam. And I got offered an HIV test. And I was like, sure, why not? And when the news came back that I was positive, I was like, girl, but I'm about to go get a second. I'm about to go get a second opinion. But the thing was, so, they say that in this, sometimes we got to worry about the red flags. So I had a red flag and I didn't know I had a red flag, because my partner was so calm. And he was like, we going to get through this together. Oh, baby, don't worry. Look, we gonna get through this. I got you. I ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, no, we about to both go get tested at the same time, cause I know who I've been dealing with. So we about to go get tested at the same time. And just so happened we both was positive. But you know what was crazy is that I felt guilty because I found out first. And I stigmatized myself because I wouldn't let my kids drink out my cup. I wouldn't let my kids, eat off my fork. And they looking at me like, what's wrong with mama? Why she acting like that? Like we can't drink out our cup. They looking at me like that because, first off, I'm Don Don. Don Don is not that type of person. So that was like an adjustment for me. But once I became educated and I understood, my doctor broke it down to me and was like, no, boo boo, you new to this. And I'm like, what you mean? He said, look at your numbers. You new to this. You ain't had this that long. And I'm like, okay.
So you knew where it came from.
So we look at the partner number and it's like, mm, oh, oh, oh. But, you know what I'm saying? Again, the attitude of, we're in this together, baby. I got you. And you know what I'm saying? He was fine. Don't get me wrong. So I'm like, oh, I got a fine nigga. He a good nigga. Oh, we about to get through this together. But during our relationship, I was quiet and I talked too much. So that was a problem, first off. Secondly, I started seeing like he changed. Like things started being revealed to me. And then I was a plant life girl. I was a high-low driver. And I kept always telling my doctor, like, man, I can't stand the way this happened to me. Like, how many other women don't know, you know what I'm saying, that they got to sign this little stupid piece of paper? You know what I'm saying? And my doctor used to just sit there and just be like, dang, you really talk too much. He was like, you need to do something. And I'm like, well, what can I do? And he was like, you should do a little more research and start digging. So my doctor actually brought me into the field because he heard my passion. Because I really didn't like how this happened to me. Like, come on, doc, you could have prevented this and you didn't. So it was like, how many other people are going through the same thing? And then God have a mysterious way of working. And that's the part that people thought I was crazy over because, you know, don't get me wrong, God is my higher power. I'm not going to sit here and say that I walk the walk 100%, but I can't sit here and say that I pray and I talk and I have a conversation with him every day. And I can say my Father blesses me and he gives me the voice to be able to do what I do. But I just kept hearing obey, obey. And I didn't know what obey meant, but I just kept hearing obey throughout the whole beginning of me living with this diagnosis. I kept hearing that, and I never knew what that was about until it was revealed to me that my partner was not the person for me. He became a monster, and it just wasn't working. And I understood why after. I'll get into that later, but I understood why after. Um, but yeah, I kept hearing obey. So we break up. Boom. I'm working in the doctor's office with my doctor. I'm giving people hope. Like, because again, I'm not ashamed. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be afraid to tell nobody why people live so quiet. Like, somebody told me I couldn't use sexy and HIV in the same sentence. I looked at that woman and went off on her like, girl, you don't know who you dealing with right here because this one right here is sexy. And yeah, I do have HIV, but HIV still can't take me out. It's still trying. So who is you to tell me what I can do? So people be like, why you so loud? Why you do that? Because I live out loud because I was told I couldn't. So I live out loud for those that's always asking, why you so loud? Why you so lit? Because I'm always been loud. Always been lit. Why I gotta stop? Because I'm positive? Anyway.
So, how many young people from 18 to 13 got it?
You said how many? You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. And I ain't gonna put them out there like that, but you'll be amazed. We have a population that's called dandelions. And the dandelion population are population that was actually born with HIV.
Oh, okay.
And they actually are like real shade. Black women or women in general think that we are the ones that are forgotten about, but they are actually the population that's forgotten about because they've been living with it their whole life. It's not their fault that they was born with this. So it's really, really important for us to break this stigma because it's not these babies' fault. These babies didn't ask for this. They didn't go out here and what I'm saying, they didn't do anything. They was just born. So it's really, really important to break this stigma out here because you don't know what a person can be dealing with or what it is that they're going through just off of one little word of or you know what I'm saying? Any little thing can just set a person off because you don't know what the triggers of what their life experiences have been. So that's why I try to love everybody. I don't judge people. I don't talk about people. I just try to love everybody because everybody got a story. It might not be the same story as mine, but everybody has a story. And you can't sit here and tell me that you don't have a story because you're still living. And everybody has been through something in their life that God or whoever you look up to has put you through. So everybody got a story. So I don't judge people. I don't knock nobody. I try to uplift. So look, y'all can always tap in on my Facebook, LaDawn Tate. My Instagram is LaDawn T. And so look, I got hip to this TikTok, y'all. Look. So New Orleans have put me on a new thing and said, girl, you need to be having a TikTok. So now I got the TikTok going on, okay? So TikTok. My TikTok is LaDawn space Tate 40. Tap in, y'all. One more thing, y'all girl gonna be on the baddies auditions. Y'all check that out too. I don't know I don't look. To my understanding, it's supposed to be 3 parts. I don't know. I have not seen, but y'all girls supposed to be on the baddies audition. Y'all tap in on that too.
Is you on that too?
I am on that. So I went to that audition. Oh. That was lit,
That's what's
okay?
up.
That was lit. And I actually made it to the Baddies Gone Wild. So y'all tap into the auditions because I heard that I was on there, okay?
That's what's up.
Don't judge me now.
Now we ain't even they better not judge us. The life live on.
I'm lit, okay? I told y'all I'm lit. I'm the life of the party. I enjoy my life to the fullest, okay?
Man, I'm still shook up on this conversation that we having reaching people live through the airways. Um I really don't know what to say because this can be me. And I thank my sister for coming on to talk about the love she had for other people, not just for me, but the world, the people that she been dealing with, and the kids, the grown-ups, everybody. I never been this tight on my show before. Y'all know I be going like, whoa, let's get it in. But today is a whole new different outlook today.